For this example, imagine that I'm a maintenance manager and I have logged into Essentials in order to create and track a new corrective maintenance event. So an issue that has just popped up that was not a planned issue. I'm going to navigate over to the corrective or CM section of the application and then into CM Manager. I will then click the plus icon to create a new corrective maintenance event. And take note of the fact that Essentials is going to assign a unique CM number to that event. It's going to populate a 2-week due date for that corrective maintenance event. That can be adjusted. So if you're a manager, you'll have the ability to make that due date adjustment. I'm going to adjust it to a 2-day time frame turnaround. And I'm going to assign the asset ID to this corrective maintenance event. Now I can pull up that asset ID using its ID or its description. In this case, I used the description. And if I'd like, I can go down the page of this summary tab and I can put in some information such as designating a priority. So if I know this is a critical asset and I need this job turned around very quickly, then I might give it a CM priority of critical. I might even put in some comments here that I would like as the manager to pass on to my technician. And then post those comments to the CM event. And notice how the posting is tied back to the team member that created the event along with a date and timestamp. Now I'm going to save my changes in the top right-hand corner by clicking the save icon, and I'm going to navigate over to the personnel section. So I, as the manager, I want to be able to assign this event to my technician. And I'm going to assign this job to a team member of mine. So I'm going to look for my technician Rick here, and I'm going to assign him to this event. I can even estimate how much time I think it's going to take the team member to perform this job, but the bottom line is I've successfully assigned this job to that specific team member. Now imagine I'm going to log in from the team member's perspective, the technician, if you will, so that you can see how he interacts. So now I'm logged in from the technician's perspective, and take a look at what the technician would see. They'll see a section called My Corrective Maintenance. Now that's going to be dependent upon that person's login credentials, and it's going to look at any and all of the open corrective maintenance events that are assigned to that person's login credentials. So you can see I've got a total of 2 open CMs, and both of those are of a critical priority. So if I'm tasked with working on those critical priority events first, then perhaps I should click directly into that line item, and Essentials is going to navigate me to the corrective maintenance area and focus my attention on those 2 critical open events, one of which is that chiller example that I just created a moment ago. So I'm going to click into that event. And if I wanted to continue working on this event, then my manager may have instructed me to use the CM progress field. So if I'm just in the middle of working on this event, but I want to provide some type of general update to my team and to my manager, then I can choose from the progress options that I see here. I could even add new progress fields. So if I'm waiting for a contractor, perhaps I'm waiting to work with that machine operator to shut that piece of equipment down, then I can update the progress, and that way the rest of the team would see that update reflected. I might even want to add in some comments. Perhaps I want to say that I'm waiting on the contractor to come in and assist me on completing this particular job. And then, of course, save those changes. Now, in this case, I am going to update this event and complete it. So I'm going to head over to the personnel section, and I'm going to fill in how much time it actually took me to perform the job. I might even want to update what spare part was used or parts were used. So I'm going to head over to the Parts tab, and I'm going to locate a specific part that I would like to assign. Now I can search for that part by its description, by its part number. In this case, I used the description, and I'm going to put in the number used. And then Essentials will deduct that quantity from my stock. And I'm going to navigate back over to the Summary tab, and I am going to fill in the completion date. So now as the technician, and I'll save that change, I have successfully located, updated, and finally completed that particular corrective maintenance event. If you want to see more, or you would like to talk to one of our experienced service team members about training options, please email or call us today.